Hello everyone and welcome back, and as you can see I've already started, as many people will do, on making some of the new Gundams that we've seen from the Mobile Gundam Breaker trailer that's just been released. So I don't know any of the names of these suits, but I can at least show you the way that we cosplay some of these builds, because some of them people are having trouble looking at the parts for, but you go through it frame by frame, and it's actually pretty easy to spot which parts are which. There are some custom bits, like on the G-Self here, the antagonist suit. The middle of the chest is a little bit more custom, and has sort of that build burning style see-through clear piece in the chest that I can't replicate too well, so I've had to colour the vents in the same. Hey John, by the way. Hope the audio is alright. So yeah, we're going to go through these builds, and we're going to show off the designs that they use in the trailer for Mobile Gundam Breaker. These are all under the name Default, and that's only because I started making default suits like I do for Mass Builder when I want to build them en masse. So what we have here for the default suit is just a plain white ashtray, and then I can then build off that. So here we've got the protagonist suit. This is a mix of I think it's the Destiny and the X Gundam. What we have here is it has a normal beam saber. It has the shield buster rifle from the X Gundam, which has like a blue trim. Then we've got the Destiny's head, but instead of the yellow V-fin, it has a white one. We've got the X Gundam torso, the Destiny arms, the Destiny legs, the X Gundam backpack, and the shield. It doesn't have one from what I can tell. But what you'll notice a lot with these suits is it's a lot of seed mixed with older suits. That's totally fine. It's what we saw with, I think it's Build Fighters and Build Divers and some of the other anime series, where we had like a mixture of 00 in there, but they're really going heavy on the seed designs on these. Like I said, some of them are hard to see in the footage, but here we've got the flying type at the moment, which is a mixture of Impulse and Wing Gundam. We'll go ahead and check out the assembly for that now. Hey Guns and Blades! So in the trailer, we see this thing do a backflip, and then it goes into like its action pose. So I've given it the Wing Gundam Beam Saber. In the promotional material, it does have the Buster Rifle, which is in the colours that are shown on screen. It's this kind of lilac style, very pale purple, and then we've got a dark purple over the top. We've got the Impulse Gundam's head, the Impulse Gundam's torso, the wing arms. I couldn't see what the bird-like claws were in terms of colour for separation, so I had to go with what I thought it would be. So we've got them as white claws there. That could be wrong. We've got the Wing Gundam backpack, which has that darker purple again, which isn't used throughout the build too much. And then it's separated by white and lilac again. And then we have, excuse me, we have the mobile shield, which is facing the opposite way on its arm, like it is in the promo material, and it's closed up as well. So that's that one. And then we've got, I think, another two suits. The one that gave me problems was the Pale Rider variant. Seed must be popular. Yeah, apparently it's very popular in Japan. So then we have what looks like the melee type. This one was pretty easy. Apart from the colouring, the legs might not be 100% accurate. But from what I can tell, this was just an ashtray red frame with the Dragon Gundam. So again, it's another seed suit, obviously. But then we've got the Gebera straight there. Then we've got no melee weapon, no ranged weapon by the look of it. We've got the ashtray red frame head, the ashtray red frame torso, the Dragon Gundam's arms, which I thought was a really cool and unique thing to do, because we don't see many extending arms on Gundams. We've got the red frame ashtray's legs. Like I said, those could be wrong. I was trying to look at the line art, and I only just figured that one out. The Dragon Gundam's backpack, and then it has no shield. So then we've just got basic stuff that I've set up here. I blame idols, says John. Yeah. So then we've got the final suit here. We've already shown off the antagonist suit, so the final suit was the Pale Rider variant, and this was pretty hard to figure out what the legs and the torso were, but after looking at the frames at different angles, and also the backpack, I just forgot then, it is a mixture of the Pale Rider and the Dual Gundam. And the way you can figure this out is by the leg vents at the bottom and also the where the backpack is. Because Gundam Breaker 3 here only has the dual assault shroud, it's a little bit more bulkier than it is in the anime shots, but we have the beam rifle from the Jester Cannon, which I actually thought was pretty easy to spot, and the Pale Rider's head and arms, which were also easy to spot. But then we have the Dual Gundam's torso, which was only easy to, well, a little bit easy to spot in one of the frames from the side because of the color separation. The Pale Rider arms, obviously, with the white separating them a little bit there. And then for the legs I had to go into a couple of the frames from the front and the side, really, to get a good shot of this. But the giveaway for me was the thrusters on the sides that remind me a little bit of the Gundam Mark II. And then when I was looking through and trying to find suits that specifically had these kind of thrusters on the sides for maneuverability, you know, picking out the shapes here, that's when I found those. And then the backpack's giveaway was the little bit at the back and the sabers, although because it's the Assault Shroud one, it's a little bit bigger than what it seems in the anime, so it's probably going to be just the normal Dual Gundam's backpack. We'll have to see. Anyway, it's an anime PV, so it's not going to be 100% accurate just because of the fact that they're never going to have an anime of this. I may have just spoken wrong there and said, oh, it's an anime, when it's not. It's just a Mobile Gundam game trailer. It really does throw me now because of the way that they produce stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to go into the first level here, and we're going to show off a couple of these builds and see what they're actually like in battle. Yeah, this is how they promote Gundam now. They give you some really cool promotional video, and, you know, it looks all cool, gets you all hyped for a new series, and then it turns out it's a game. So, yeah. So this is the Pale Rider variant here. Like I said, it's really weird that apart from the G-Self, these are all a mixture of Seed suits. They must have just decided to promote the game that Seed was really popular. I mean, I know next to Wing being popular in the West, Seed was really popular in Japan and places like that, so what we have here is this suit that can boost around and do quite a decent amount of damage here. And then we've got the arm beam gun from the Pale Rider, which we use over here. It's not too good, but it gives it a little hidden weapon. And then we've got the other beam saber from the dual backpack here that we can use, so we can have twin beam sabers. And I think, yeah, because the Jester's or the Jester Cannon's rifle is like a machine gun, that means we can just rapid fire it. Although in the promotional video, it's not a machine gun, it's more like a standard beam rifle. There's some inconsistencies here, but it's not too bad. And then of course we've got Diffuse Bullet, which just fires a lot of rounds. Say that, and then my arms get taken off. Whoops. So I don't mind this build. It's not amazing, but it's kind of standard. I do like the way that they did this in such a way. I don't think this was pre-planned. I think it's cool that you can actually make these suits in Gundam Breaker 3. In terms of the new game, it looks like it might run on Unreal Engine again, similar to New Gundam Breaker. I'm going to have a look a little bit more, because there have been some shots released of like the main menu and stuff. But it does look a little bit like it might be on the Unreal Engine again, because of the fact that it can be used on mobiles. So we might get a variant of the new Gundam Breaker engine, possibly with some tweaks to it for Mobile Gundam Breaker. That's how I'm looking at it at the moment. Hopefully they've learned from New Gundam Breaker. Hopefully. Yeah, I do like the way these suits look. They're very simple with the design and the color separation, but you could easily just kit bash these. Like, get a couple of suits, throw them together, and you've got some good kit bashes. Bandai should do some more DLC for GB3, says John. I'd like that too. I mean, I still need to do the DLC for this, but here we go. So the beam rifle on this, the Jester Cannon's beam rifle at the moment, I can't remember what level it is, but it's actually pretty helpful in just spraying down the enemy and getting a lot of their health off. I'm just going all in here with the different weapons. I'm just trying to see which weapons I can use. The arm beam gun will be okay. So this isn't too bad. We're actually making decent progress. I know this is the first level and everything, but I try and base suits, or rather judge suits on how fast they can do this level, even with like basic setup, and it's not too bad at the moment. Sure, there are suits that have done it quicker, but like I swear most of the parts are like under level 20. But in terms of the design, it's really cool that they've got the thrusters stuck all over it to try and give it more maneuverability. It is a heavy-looking suit. I give it /Tempest there because I thought it would be a decent attack for it. It is a heavy-looking suit that looks like it can do some damage, or maybe it's a support suit. I don't know. We'll not be too sure because of the context of it. Like I said, it's an anime PV. So, we may never find out, but either way, I do like the way these suits were designed. It's like the black, the white, and the blue contrast with each other pretty well. And then we've got the red visor. The red visor really stands out from the rest of it. So here we go, we're just spraying everything here. The boss, when he shows up, he's not going to stand a chance. Using the head Vulcan there, just to whittle the health down a little bit. Use the beam gun again. The arm beam gun actually does quite a bit of damage here. I'm actually happy about that. And then of course we've got the Hades system, which we'll use later on. I imagine if they made it into an anime rather than another game, I imagine that it would have the Hades system as an optional, but maybe not use it so much. So I'm going to save it for the boss guy, and we'll have a laugh. Okay, here we go. Here he is. There's a long talking part here, so we'll just get past the talking part. There we go. Oh! So there we get to see it using the Hades system, which is something we didn't actually see in the anime PV. That looks pretty cool, that. I do like that suit. Like I said, really simple, nice build. I do like the use of Pale Rider parts because it makes the suit look really bulky and really armoured. I think that's what they were going for. It's kind of like a support type. And it's surprising how the dual parts contrast with it. So that's the first suit. John says, what do you think about the new mobile game? That's what I was on about. Like, it's weird. I didn't expect it. I can see why they're trying to cash in on the mobile stuff. Honestly, if it's a mobile port of New Gundam Breaker, which it seems to be based on, you know, like the engine, or rather shots that I can see online, because there was, like I was saying before, the menu stuff. It looks like it's going to be a mobile port of New Gundam Breaker, just with the ability to do stuff on a mobile phone. I want to see how it plays out because of the reception. But like I said, I'll have to have a look for more stuff. This is the main suit that they show off in the PV here. This is a mixture between the Destiny and the X Gundam. I do like the coloring for this as well. It's another blue suit with white as a secondary here. I do like the design. It goes pretty well. That's the thing. It's really weird. The way that they've blended the Seed and older designs is really neat. Here we go. So I've seen some people already making this kind of suit online for the promo stuff. We're going to take it for a spin. It's got a load of different weapons, including the flash edges. It's very versatile, and in the trailer we see it use its satellite cannon, which is really cool. I just wish they'd could show off the X Gundam more in anime form, because it's a really neat suit. And seeing it in updated footage would be really cool. So the good thing about the X Gundam parts is it has a lot of hard-hitting Vulcans. The shoulder Vulcan and the chest Vulcan are really good at just ripping suits apart. And then we've also got the other Vulcans from the Seed suit, and then we've got the Palm Pharmacia. We also have the Mirage shot here, which I don't know whether I got there. No, I messed that up. But yeah, it's got a load of different weapons, similar to the X Gundam, to be honest. It's got a load of different weapons that it can use to stay mobile. And of course, blow up as many other suits as possible. It looks like kind of like the X and the Crossbone. It's specifically designed to take on suits at all type of ranges, which is really neat. But yeah, I'm loving the color scheme. Really, really nice and clean, I'd say. The only difference is that between this one and the PV version is that the backpack is coloured slightly differently. We've got the flash edge there. Thing is, you can't throw it out too fast. Then we got slash penetrate and slash tempest for another one. So we got some decent melee options here, and then of course the Mirage shot there, which allows us to fire more than one beam. I do like the use of the shield rifle as well, or the shield buster. It's just a shame there was no option for using it as a shield, but I imagine if this was ever used in an anime or brought up again, it might have a beam shield from Seed. John says, I'm going to give it a chance. Yeah, oh no, I'm not writing it off immediately. I'm just saying, like, I think I know what to expect based on what they did previously. Like, by all means, I'm not writing it off. I honestly want to play it on my phone, just to see what it's like. I might try and register for it somehow. I remember John in comments said that maybe Europeans can't get it. I'll have to see if there's any other way around that, because I would really like to try just to see what we got. Otherwise I'll be consulting other people on how good the game is, or how not good it is, depending. We're slowly building gauge here. Very slowly. I imagine the wing mixed with the impulse build is going to be decent because of the Buster Rifle. Oh! That moment where you lose some of your weapons, you can't quite do much. Okay, there's the Palm Pharmacia there. And I think that was a Zaku too. I can't tell, it disappeared too fast. There we go. Just slowly carving through everything here. A bit quicker than the previous build though, I've noticed, so it's not too bad. I do like the way that it moves around in the PV as well. I'm probably going to keep messing that line up and keep saying anime rather than PV, so if I keep saying PV a bunch of times, maybe it will stick in my head. It's mainly because I'm waiting for the next anime, and that's going to be fun, being able to watch that with you guys, but I wish they'd stop teasing me with really good PVs. Here we go. We're just slowly getting through all of these now. Chest Vulcans, just to whittle them down and move at the same time. I love the way that those are really hard hitting, like the shoulder Vulcans, but you can fire them while you're moving, rather than like with the shoulder Vulcan where you have to stay still. And then we got the large beam sword here. Oh, hello. I just realised the large beam sword was something I haven't used like too much, so let's just carve everybody up here. Because the X Gundam does have one in its backpack. Hopefully we've built up enough gauge. Oh no, we're not even... Oh, we're just over halfway. This might go down really badly. I'm not going to be able to use the satellite cannon by the look of it, but I can use Palm Pharmacia to finish off. There we go. So yeah, that was the Destiny mixed with the X Gundam. Still a really neat build. Didn't even get a chance to use the satellite cannon, says John. I know, right? It's like the coolest part of the PV is when it uses the satellite cannon and just blasts a hole in the colony. And I didn't get a chance. Oops. So now we've got the Impulse mixed with the Wing Gundam coming up next. And then we'll finish off with the... Did I just accept all of those parts? They're like really low level. I think I just pressed X to skip the... We've got the G-Self, the Astray, and the Wing variant to go over next. So we load up here, we've got... Where is it? I think it's that one. Yeah, there we go. Do you want to load this data? Okay. I really do like the colours for this. I was going to say, I just had it in the back of my head. I was like, it looks really feminine. It's piloted by a girl, so... Yeah, the colours suit. Let's see how this looks in action. Here we go. I do like the way there's that contrast between the white, the lilac, and the deep purple. It's really cool. Like the colours suit it really well. Whoever was doing the colour options for these suits, or the colour separation, really knew how to contrast stuff. This one's going to be a little bit slow because of the parts being potentially low in terms of level, but I imagine if you had a higher level set of parts, they'd look a lot better. I had to do a rush job with a lot of these. Oh yeah, I forgot we got the folding knives here as well. This is one of those nights where I just had to rush job the build to get it done in time. So instead of leveling up all the parts properly, we just ended up... Wait a minute, can I charge the Buster like that? Oh, it's just a charged shot. I was wondering what was going on there. The way this Buster rifle works is completely different from what I'm used to. We do have a Mirage shot though, which works kind of similar. And then obviously we've got the shield here, which really does help out compared to the other suits where some of them don't have shields by the looks of it. Be interesting to see what these suits look like on the updated engine as well on New Gundam Breaker. Because you could just make the same ones on that. It's not too bad obvious, like, ranged combat, just, like, blowing through things, but I don't know whether that's because the Buster Rifle is upgraded or not. But yeah, it's a very, again, it's a very clean color scheme. I like that about these builds. They're simple, clean, and they look really nice for lead suits. At least I imagine they'd be lead suits and side characters. I imagine the Destiny mixed with the X Gundam would be the protagonist suit if it was an anime, and then the others would be side characters. You just decapitated a gun tank. Oh, hey King. John says help. So yeah, for anyone that's just showing up, we're just trying the Mobile Gundam Breaker builds out in GB3 here. This is a rush job, just getting these all done. But they're actually pretty decent suits. Do not mind them. This one's a little bit slower than the other ones, primarily just because of the low cost on the parts, or rather the low level. I say cost because I'm still thinking of Gundam Battle Operation. Oh! It's funny how most of these suits, apart from like the odd like backpack or arms replacement or torso replacement, they're mainly seed suits. Like I was saying before, I think they might have a thing going on similar to like what they had the anniversary for 00. I think the one for Seed has passed ages ago because Seed was before, but I think they might be trying to do some like promo material stuff of trying to make Seed a little bit more, what would you say, in view in terms of franchise, in terms of bringing it back again, like putting loads of references and cameos and stuff in. At least that's what it looks like just from this. I could be wrong, it might just be for the promotional material for this and this only. But I mean, they did that with 00 and I think it was Build Divers, so trying to save my some of my moves here. There we go. On to the next area. So we're pretty much at the boss now. Want to see my favorite suit builder? Give it a try, Corgi, says King. I'll do it later. Well, this is literally just for the mobile stuff for the moment, and then I'll do another Smash the Suits episode later on. But yeah, this isn't the new one, for anyone that's coming in and getting confused. This isn't the new one, this is GB3, and all I've done is make the builds from the trailer. We've already shown off the main protagonist one by the look of it. The Destiny mixed with the X Gundam, and then the Pale Rider mixed with the Dual Gundam. Those were the two that were shown off. This is the Wing mixed with the Impulse, which one of the female characters has. And then we've got the Astray mixed with the Dragon Gundam. And then we've got the G-Self in like dark colours. Somebody brought it up on, I think it was Chan or something, about why they keep having like dark G-Self references in like spin-offs and other things. It's really weird. Okay, where is he? There he is. I think I missed that. Oops. Come on. Get him with the knives. There we go. I like that little pose at the end. How does the new Gundam Breaker game's protagonist have a suit? You're meant to make the suit. It's just from the promotional material. King says, some moody questions. Did you notice the pilot feature that was shown off in the mobile version? No, I'm going to have to look more into this stuff. Like I said, I'm just going off the PV and some screens that were shown of the menu, which make it look as though it's going to be running on the Unreal Engine again. Very similar to New Gundam Breaker. That's just my take on it at the moment, is I imagine because Unreal Engine 4 can be ported to mobile, it'll be on the same engine as New Gundam Breaker, which will put everybody off immediately. But if they've done any upgrades, and if they've learned the lesson from New Gundam Breaker, then I'll be happy with that. You know, it'll be good. But I'm worried. I really am worried that they've not learned the lesson and they're just porting those assets because it's easy, and they're just putting it on mobile because you can get microtransactions on mobile that people will fall for, so it'll recoup the losses from New Gundam Breaker. That's the way I'm looking at it at the moment. It might be a little bit negative, but that's just what I'm seeing and what we know from how some people in the industry play, or rather the way some companies in the industry handle themselves. Let's see here. I don't think I've got the paint job for the sword right, because I've just noticed it's all yellow. Oops. That's one thing that's an inconsistency. But I mean, at least we've got the dragon claws here that we can shoot out, very much like the PV. So we can extend those and decapitate certain suits if we don't get hit ourselves like that. I think my head unit was off there. Like I said, these suits were all rushed, so we got really low level stuff here. I love the way I was trying to use that move with the Yabura straight there, and it just messed up. And we got the flags as well. I think I'm going to end up using the Dragon Gundam's flags here. It was actually pretty cool to do like an Astray mixed with the Dragon Gundam. Primarily because you don't see many, I say you don't see many G Gundam references. They're sneaking in more and more as we go. I'm still salty about missing out on the high-res Guard Gundam. I'm going to have to see if there's another site or something that can get me that, because I really want that. Oh, come on. Let's do Slash Tempest on these guys. And then Slash Penetrate on that guy. And then Cross Slash there. We can just throw out as many as we want here. Oh. That moment when you're having awkward problems with the lowest of level suits, you know your build's not amazing. Yeah, I like this one, but it's obviously all close combat and nothing else, which really kind of makes it awkward if you're getting hit by multiple suits. I do like the color scheme though. Again, it's simple, it's neat. It's probably done because it's easy to draw like that. I really do like the use of the Dragon Gundam because it reminds me a little bit of obviously the Dragon Gundam itself, but the Shenlong and the Ultron Gundams. We don't have many suits with extending arms. In fact, the only other one I think is the one from Gundam X. Its name eludes me for the moment. Try and remember it. It'll come back to me, or somebody will mention it in the comments. The range on the Dragon Claw isn't long. That's the worst part compared to the PV. I'll answer chat in a moment. So we're slowly getting through this. Slowly. I'm not sure whether this is slower than the Wing Gundam or what. We'll have to just deal with it. I do like the way that we just took out a load of suits there and did that really cool pose though. I really do love that move. Okay, can we just hold this for... Oh, okay, we hold it for a lunge attack, which also has AoE. That's pretty cool. We got cross slash here. We got all the slashing moves. And then I just get down. You don't see this much in the PV as well. That was the thing. Like some of the suits you see way longer than others. This one you only see for like a couple of frames. Not good. I would have liked to see at least like a little bit more of each one, but because it's a PV, it's just like whatever. It is a nicely animated PV though. Like, I really like the animations in it. Okay, we're almost at the boss, and then I can respond to chat as well while we're in loading screens and other stuff. So don't get me wrong, I'm not ignoring any of you guys. Like, I'm just trying to focus on people that are hitting me. There we go. So loading screen. Are you not playing GBO2 anymore, says Gundam Guy? I'm just taking a break. Hey, PS Melter. Oh, I say that. I start looking at chat, and the next minute we end up getting wrecked here. So let's just finish these off, and then we'll answer chat, and then we'll go through and use the other two suits. I think it is, or is it one suit? I might have counted wrong. The dragon flag is definitely one of the most useful weapons this thing has, even though it's got the Gibera straight from the Astray. That lunge on the flag is amazing. Here we go. Let's see if we can actually use the Gibera straight. So they gave us NGB and now they're going for this, says Gundam Guy. Yeah. Bandai and learning don't go hand in hand. Time for me to sleep, says King. TTYL. Hope to see you later, King. Okay, that was actually pretty cool. So if I hold the button down, he does like a lunge, and then... Oh, I see. It's... That's cool. Oh, I thought that would have been a finisher there. I'm trying to do like a really cool finisher with that, but we'll just go for cross slash. Oh, I actually got it. I actually got the samurai style ending there. But yeah, again, that was a really simple build. I do like the way these are done. They're really cool. You can easily bash these together. I just like the way we could actually do them in this game. Right, let's convert all to GP here. The unit you couldn't remember the name of is the Visago. Yeah. That was it. Hey, Ion. I was trying to remember, but I didn't want to say anything for fear of embarrassing myself, so... Phantom of Time says, I wish the GBA3 had all the members of Gundam G Fighters. What, you mean like not the Knights of the Round, that's Code Geass. The Shuffle Alliance. So let's, before we move on here, because I've built all of these suits, we've got, like, for anybody that's just come in and missed out, go back earlier in the video, you'll see the Destiny mixed with the X Gundam, then you'll see the Wing variant, which is the Wing mixed with the Impulse, then we've got the Astray mixed with the Dragon Gundam, and then we also saw, I think it was the Pale Rider mixed with the Duel, and then last but not least, where is he? Unless I've not saved him, he should be the G-Self. Don't think I've saved him. Oh well, we'll just confirm that, and we'll put on the photograph section, and we'll answer some comments now. Just put him there, and we'll put him on a background. Trying to find a decent background here that I can put him on. That'll do. Okay, so let's display it like that. Okay. So, going through chat. It's gacha based, says King, for the new game. I assume you do rolls and get the kits and then use those parts. If it's gacha based, there's going to be microtransactions. Plus it's a mobile game, so you're guaranteed to have microtransactions. So they gave up on New Gundam Breaker and now they're doing this. I don't think so much that they gave up on it, it's more that they saw that they couldn't recoup the costs and so they made this. But the thing is, I honestly hope that they've done better. I imagine that they've tweaked it a little bit, but if it's using the same engine, which it looks like it is from some of the earlier shots and screens that I've seen of the menu, then it's going to be more or less the same thing as New Gundam Breaker. They fired the entire team that did Gundam Breaker 1, 2, and 3, so it was a completely different team. Oh yeah, I remember that. Wait, are they releasing the mobile version of Breaker? Will it be brought to the US? I haven't seen any Gundam mobiles ported outside of Japan, says PS Melter. Not so sure. So basically the pilot feature looks like you'll have a pilot figure with slots that will work like verses with them saying stuff. Huh. Fear the wrath of the yellow sword, says Guns and Blades. Yeah, I was not happy with that. I should have made it silver. And then other John says that the Visago is the one that I couldn't remember. Thanks for everybody that pointed out it was the Visago. I was thinking of it, but I couldn't remember. All I could remember was the one that looks like the Epion and has the stretchy chest with the chest cannon. Ultra says, I wish I had PS to play GB3. You don't have to have PS to play it. Also want a new Dynasty Warriors Gundam game, says Ultras. We've not had one in ages. Gundam Guy says, are you not playing GBO2 anymore? Yeah, I've read that one before. I'm just taking a break from it because I just felt like I wasn't too good at it the last time I played. So, taking a big break, just chilling. We'll see. King chimed out. Phantom of Time says, I wish GB3 had all of the members of the Shuffle Alliance. Gundam Guy says, so the characters in the PV look like they were made by the same character designer as NT. I'm not sure, to be honest. And then Ion chimes in here. And then, yeah, we're up to speed. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I want to see more. I'm going to have to research more on this, this new title. If it doesn't get ported outside of Japan, well then it's just another Japan exclusive game. If it does, microtransactions are a possibility. You guys know it just by how games normally work and how, because they put microtransactions in GBO2, they'll probably put them in New Gundam Breaker. Oh, New Gundam Breaker? Mobile Gundam Breaker, I should say. I'm getting mixed up because they both look the same. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed these builds, and I shall see you on the next one. Until then, bye!